My name is Deion Smith. I'm from Crystal House Academy, and I'll be a senior.
My name is Patience Corey. I'm from Arsenal Technical High School, and I'll be a senior.
My name is Damaris Martinez. I'm from Arsenal Technical High School, and I will be a senior.
Who are your role models?
I don't think there's many role models for us that are female, and I don't have much of a male role model in the tech community.
Is there anyone in history?
I don't know.
I don't have any role models in tech also, but I have mentors in like a different program that I go to, which is called Capstone program. And we each have our own mentors, just like here, but this one is like one mentor, personal one-on-one conversation. And she's a woman, and I really respect her, and also I look up to her. So,
Is she in technology?
no.
Okay.
She cares for other people, like she answers phone calls and distress and stuff.
Okay. Deanna, you already said yours, but go ahead.
Okay, my role model is Josephine Baker because she was a woman who just lived her life and she stood up for what she believed in. She was born in a time of segregation and moved to France because there was no segregation there, and she just lived her dream and wasn't judged for it.
What was your dream job?
I wanted to do something in technology. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. That's why I came to coding, because that's one of the main programs in computer science.
Yeah.
But I want to do anything with technology, hands-on technology.
My dream job is to find a career in computer science when I'm older.
My dream job is to get into something that I love to do and to make a big change. So in computer, of course, in technology, to just make it easier for people in the whole world.
My dream job is a little obscured from most people's image, but I would love to own a club and using computer science to create, meaning more like coding to be specific, to create my own website, create apps that would work with my club depending on what would be in it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any role models
In technology?
No.
No, in technology no.
Why not?
There's really not many to pick from. The very few that there are, we
I don't
never
even
hear
know
about.
any
Yeah.
women in technology that are big. Like everyone talks about Steve Jobs and
That's really the only one we know.
like yeah, that's it.
You don't really identify with Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg?
No,
Why not?
because they're guys.
And also,
There's only so much we have in common.
yeah.
It's like the way they go to achieve something is much different than the woman's mindset. With us, it's more of, I don't know if I'm generalizing, but it's more of a creative process and more of a thinking and planning ahead than most males would do. And to have just like Steve Jobs as basically the only role model we have, it's not really giving us an option to express ourselves or to have someone to look up to in expressing ourselves.
Oh, I was gonna talk about like Ada Lovelace. Like no one knows who that lady is, but she was the first woman to invent computer programming. But no one knows that.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, me neither. I'm starting to realize more and more that, especially coming to NESTEC, I realized there were only 3 girls out of the whole group of 16 kids. And that made me start thinking like, wow, so how have I even heard of any woman that I could actually like see as a role model in technology? And I just can't think of anyone. And that just started me, I started thinking it would be great if the world started to change and us were able to overcome such problems and make girls know that they can be powerful in their own way, and even in this like in technology they can change the world with this that we're learning. And it might be boring at first, but once you get into it you start to learn a whole bunch of stuff that just had to do with the smallest thing in your life that you do every day, from just light to your phone to your computer, just everything. Yeah.
Now to go on to what Patient said, for me, when I started coding simply because, hey, it was an interesting class, it filled my schedule, but I didn't understand what computer science really was. I never understood what it could do. And with my computer science class I had at Tech, it showed me all these things that computer science is. It's not just sitting there and coding. It's researching about what people do, talking to people about how they want something to be done, how to better someone's life. We did trend reports to see how technology is helping day-to-day life for some people. There is technology is just so built into our lives that if women could get into it, they would open a whole new range and a whole new world for them and ideas that no one ever thought about.
Yeah.
Because I also feel like for my school is like small. So for our computer science class, it was the first year we ever had one for high school, and I feel like there's not a lot of girls who would think to like join the computer science class. You don't go home and just like create something. Like you can't just do that. Like,
Yeah, let's go whittle some wood.
yeah,
That does not go
like
through a
you have
woman's
to
brain.
learn that, and you have to like step your foot into doing it. And like for computer science, I don't think no one would be like, oh, let me like code. No one thinks that, and just like for girls, they was like, no, that's for guys. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's like it's kind of society has now pushed that as a male's role to do.
Yeah.
I
It
feel
is-
like they did it without even knowing it, but
Yeah.
it just seems something normal.
Well, because also they feel like Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates, they became rich. So they're like, oh, they're billionaires because they invented this. But you don't hear about a woman who invented something that became a billionaire or a millionaire. You know, it just focuses on them.
The males.
mostly.
Yeah. One of my goals for technology is to make it known to the whole world. Because I'm from Africa, Nigeria, and computer is not that in our lives. So when I came here, I was amazed by the technology that was here, like just the keyboards, the computer, flip screen and touch screen. What world is this? And I just started to just want to know everything about it. Any new gadget I find, I want to know everything about it. How does the buttons work? How do you turn it on? Everything. And that's just how my interest in technology became so big for me. Because I feel like without technology, my life would be so empty. That's just how I feel. Like everything I do has to do with technology. So I just want it to be known to everyone in the world, especially the women, just to know that they also can be big and make change.
There's 3 girls in next tech.
Out of
Catapult, right?
16.
Out of 16.
Yeah.
And you said you're talking about like computer science, learning to code isn't something you would naturally go do after school,
Mhm.
or you wouldn't think about it. So how did you girls like end up in the computer science class? Like what made you take it?
I got put in the class.
So you got forced into it? Okay.
I haven't really taken a computer science class, and this senior year that I'll be going into, I have a computer science class. And this Next Step program was kind of like an open eye to me, just to get me ready for the class that I'll be into.
I did it kind of just to fill in my schedule. It seemed interesting. I've always been fascinated how, like, coding was like you can create anything out of nothing, and it's really interesting to me that. So I just took it, and it was eye-opening to see how much technology has ruled our lives.
Were there a lot of girls in your?
There was 3 other girls that stuck through the end of the year.
I was the only girl in my class.
Really?
in high school.
Yeah.
Well, you have a small high school. We have a big.
Well, I had another girl. I had 2 girls, but they had AP Spanish, so they were taken out of the class. So then I was the only one left.
Wow.
We started with about 8, 9 girls, but by the end of the year, it was like 3 girls, and I was really the only one that was really into it. The other 2 were just kind of like, let me push through this, let me get over this
Yeah.
class.
Did the other guys stay in it?
Oh yeah, most of the guys did. A few that were just forced into the class left because they
Yeah.
weren't interested. But I think the only guy here that is also from that class is Billy, and he really enjoyed that class as well.
Okay.
And Jake too.
Okay, cool. So, what do your friends, your girlfriends, say about you when you like tell them that you code and you like coding? Like, what do they? What's their
I don't
reaction?
think that comes up in our conversations.
Yeah, but I don't tell my hey guys I code. Like
That's just something
like
that
okay,
I'm
like,
so
what's
big
your
into
point?
coding right now.
Well, for me, I had a physics class, and our teacher was like a big coding fan. And he did like our homework would be on the computer. He did all the coding by himself.
He created the website.
His
for-
own
yeah.
website. and it's awesome. I love it. Like, he's the only teacher that did that in the whole school, and I just feel like that should be an example to all the teachers that this is something they need to make more of. And I for one had a really hard time because that was the first time I actually knew there was something like coding, and I just wasn't interested in it, and I struggled, but I still wanted to know more. And the other guys that were around me in my class, they loved it. And I also wanted to know, like, why do they like this so much? It just seems so dull, like. And I really started, and then I told my friends that I love technology. And they were like, oh no, I'm going to go to nursing and all that stuff. And I'm like, nursing, there's a lot of people in nursing. You could just try something different for once. And so I want to step up out of all of them, from just being nursing to like businesswoman to like, and just step up.
I started laughing because I was thinking of when I first started coding. I felt like I can do anything, and I was going to learn Morse code. That never happened.
Oh,
God.
yes, the movies inspire us.
Oh, man. So, I don't know what I was thinking.
Maybe one day, right?
Yeah.
There weren't many girls, and it was kind of a stereotype that coding was for the guys, the white, nerdy geeks. Is that the stereotype you still see in school? Or-
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
Like, it's embedded into social media so much that's in movies. You always see the coder being some dude and never some girl.
Yeah.
You can't think of a movie. There's a girl.
A girl hacker? No.
Why not?
Which movie? Because it's always like that one guy that always stays at like in his mom's basement,
No,
is, like
like
on
off
the
of
computer.
Scandal, Hawk or whatever his name. He was a coder in there. Like you don't see a girl hacker. Like I can't think of.
I'm trying to think of like TV shows that have like the show Leverage. The only like the females, they're more like thieves or like swifters or something that involves some elaborate scheme, while coders and hackers are all guys
Yeah.
on the computer.
So I watch a show. It's called Silicon Valley. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's really popular in like the tech community, mainly probably tech dudes. But it's really funny because they're making fun of like the startup lifestyle and like how hard it is to make a business.
Mhm.
And this is the cast, and these are the main people in it.
Oh wow, not a single girl.
Oh.
And they're almost all
Where's the
white.
female? No, I'm joking.
Oh look, there's one of color. They're all
Yeah,
white,
they're all
though.
white and one color.
What do you think about this?
I mean, it looks like a funny show, but there's no females.
Totally nuts.
No
Yeah.
girls.
No
No
girls.
girls.
I mean, I'd probably still watch it.
This is the business guy. These two are the hackers. This guy's a hacker as well, and then the Indian guy's a hacker too, or hacker or computer programmer.
Yeah.
But there's no girls in it. There's a girl that does like business logistics, and there's a girl that is like the receptionist.
Is she really
Never said
beautiful?
Is she like drop down gorgeous? That's kind of the stereotype.
She's-
Like the
yeah.
receptionist is always some hot blonde.
So in high school, there's a stereotype that's for men. In social media, you said a lot of times it looks like there's only guys doing this.
Mm-hmm.
In pop culture, on shows like you ladies said, there's not a lot of women who are the cool hacker, the cool programmer.
Yeah.
In your books in school, you said you didn't hear a lot about inventors who are women.
No.
Mm-mm.
This is crazy.
Like every now and then, like how Google changes their thing for someone's birthday. There's like some females, but they don't really. They've invented like small things that don't really impact the world. I can't think of one that has impacted other than, be it a little bit like medicine wise, but no computer or technology.
Well, to be clear, there are women who have done
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are.
yeah.
extremely important things
Of
for
course.
society.
The only one I know is Maria Curry. That was
Yeah.
from like elementary, I know, but
Yeah.
I
that's
can't
about
really
it.
remember anyone that's done something in like technology.
There are a lot, but you haven't heard of them
Yeah.
because for some reason the
And overall, history classes we don't learn about
Yeah.
technology. We just learn about
Yeah.
the wars.
But that was a commercial. They asked a bunch of girls who were famous guy inventors, and they were like naming off like everybody. But then there's like, you know, any girls? They was like, no, like they were just like clueless to any girl inventors. So, yeah.
you were talking was it Sasha, about a lipstick commercial or something where it's like,
Oh no, it was about this girl. It was showing her when she was growing up how she was building things and like doing just like a bunch of science things. But then her mom or dad was like, "No, let your brother do it," or "That looks too heavy. Let your brother do it." And then when she was like in her high school, there was a poster of a science fair, and then she like just looked at it, put lip gloss on, and left. So I think that was saying like for parents, they kind of discourage a lot of activities. Like, so for her parents were saying, no, let your brother do it. Just giving her the idea that
It's a guy's thing.
it's,
too.
yes, like she couldn't handle a power tool without her dad saying, no, don't do that. Or she couldn't go like look at, like study the fish in the water without her dad saying, no, get away from there. So she just ended up turning away from science, and yeah.
Just looking straight into what is feminine and what is right for a female to do.
Yeah.
so even in the home sometimes, parents and family members.
But I don't think parents know that they're doing that. They just
No.
they think that they're trying to protect their child, but really they're like creating this thing in their mind, like, oh, okay, if it's only for my brother, then it must be only for guys.
Yeah, like a boxing kind of idea, like
Yeah.
just boxing you in and letting you step out of the box and just view everything else that is outside.
But like, I wonder how it would be like if girls don't see like a bunch of fashion stuff or social media and how a girl is supposed to be portrayed. Like, you know, like in this generation, like you have to have the hair, the nice makeup and stuff like that. So a lot of girls are looking at that and thinking, oh, that's who I have to be.
Yeah.
They look at people like, no offense, but like Kylie Jenner, they want to be like her, but they don't see any business women out there and stuff like that.
Yeah, this actually reminds me of one of my friends, and she was smart. She had classes that I didn't even think was even in school.
All the APs.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, girl, you are so smart. And she was like, well, I want to go to like a makeup class and learn how to do makeup and nails and stuff. I was
Well, like,
like,
you could look on
yeah.
YouTube for that. Like, you don't need to go to school, like, unless you really want to, if that's like your dream. But if you know you can achieve more than that, and if you want something that like people don't think that you're capable of, I think you should go for the
Yeah.
higher thing, like prove people wrong,
Yeah.
not go to cosmetology. Like,
Just because
anybody can do cosmetology.
Yeah. Like, guys don't usually see what we girls have to put up with. We have to put up with everyone judging us on how we're looking and how we're dressed. Guys don't really have to do that. Like, a guy can wear whatever he wants and people are just like, oh, he's not taking care of himself. But if a girl does that, it's like, we should really take care of ourselves, and they judge them much harder. I was like, I don't want to have to spend hours on makeup if I'm just going to and sit in a cubicle and pretend to be the perfect female. No.
But
I don't want
yeah.
to do that. I want to be able to run my own business, to be the CEO of a huge company, I am the boss of this. I don't want some old white man just telling me, hey, you have to be like this. It's like, no. I want to be telling the old white man, no, this is what I am. This is who I want to be.
Yeah, but everybody think a girl in computer science class has to be like butt ugly. They
Yes,
think
like, you
she
can't get a
doesn't-
job anywhere
they think
else.
She doesn't like keep up with her looks, and all she wears is a ponytail. Like, they don't expect like really nice looking girls to be like in computer science.
yeah, but girls really need to know that they can be the beautifulest like lady in
Like,
the
they're
whole
smart.
world
They're so
and be the
smart.
smartest and the most bossiest lady ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You were talking about all these problems and all these misconceptions and stereotypes in technology, right? But you are defying each and every one of them. You're stepping outside that box that's been drawn around you, maybe, and you're here. You're beautiful women walking in the room, like, you're throwing a lot of guys off right now. It's like, you're the pretty girls walking the class, and you're not the cheerleaders, but you're the coders.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I play basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, I play soccer and tennis, and I still love technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of fit in that profile because I do color guard. So I'm like, fly girl.
And you're the coder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of went into this role mainly because I grew up with two brothers. My sister, though me and her closer now, we weren't really close growing up since there was like a 7-year span between us. And with my brother, my younger one's only 2 years younger than me. The older one's only 4 years, well, 5 years actually. So I got along much better with them. I was always a daddy's girl, so I was always hanging out with my dad. And none of them ever saw me as a female or as their little sister. They always saw me as the younger sibling they can play with. So we always roughed around, and I've never.
That's
It's
how I
not
feel
until
with
I
my
grew
brother.
up and I got older and I got into high school that I saw, wait, I'm supposed to be wearing makeup. I'm supposed to be wearing heels and dresses. I'm like, I never had to do that when I was younger. I remember my parents tried to stuff me into a fairy outfit, and it took hundreds of pictures because that was the only time I allowed them to do that. So I'm constantly doing the opposite of
Yes,
that.
I don't wear dresses.
These
I
are
don't like skirts.
skirts,
Like I want pants. I like.
It's such
Yeah.
a big thing.
Because
Like,
you just want to be comfortable.
Yeah,
Yes.
Guys say, yeah.
Tomorrow wearing baggy
And
pants.
I actually love dresses, and I'm like a princess type girl.
every now and then I also
Well, yeah,
feel
that's
like
for
that.
like it's
Yeah.
for if it
Every
was a
now and then
certain
you want to
occasion,
dress up
then I
like
would
really
dress up.
cute and just like all that, but most of the time you don't want to be that perfect princess.
Yeah, it gets tiring.
It gets so tiring.
Yeah. I like wearing makeup and I know how to code. Oh wait, and I'm a coder.
And I'm a coder.
It's everyone. Right.
Okay. I like wearing makeup and I'm a coder.
I love wearing heels, and I'm a coder.
I do tons of arts and crafts, and I'm a coder.
What advice can you give to the next generation of girls coming up, just like you, about defying the stereotypes? Because you're doing it right now. You are the 3 girls next at Catapult, and you're defying it right now. Even though you feel like you're not changing the world right now because you're young, maybe.
Yeah.
You just being in this program is
Mhm.
inspiring to people like me, inspiring to girls younger than you that are like, oh wait, these girls are pretty. They like things that I like. I identify with them, but they're programmers and coders just like any other person. What's some advice you'd give that people, and then we'll be done.
I'll start off, I guess. Don't let people tell you what you are supposed to be. Be whatever you want.
Don't be afraid to step out of the box, and always imagine and have big ideas.
If you want something, then you better go get it before time runs out.
Give the next generation girls, if they're gonna watch this video, some tips on how to be a better coder or programmer. Like, what are some tips you've learned already?
Although you might be tired, and your brain is killing you, and your eyes are burning from lack of sleep, remember to save it. Remember to write a comment of where you left off, and remember to write down any future ideas, because those are the best ones you end up having at 5 in the morning, even though you got no sleep, and you still have to wake up in another hour.
Just keep at it, girl. You just gotta go. You just keep going.
No matter how tough it gets.
Just keep working till your code works.